Most men over 60 think loneliness is simply a part of aging. But the real truth is far more complex. You don't need a woman the way you did at 30 or 40, yet emotional connection, purpose, and companionship still shape the quality of your final decades more than you realize. And the harsh truth? Many men discover this too late. At the end, you should know how women can live with you for all life happily. Hello, I'm Dr. Narita, and for over 2 decades, I've worked with men navigating life beyond 60, their health, identity, and relationships. One question I hear repeatedly is, do men over 60 really need women? And often, the men asking this are not talking about romance alone. They're asking about meaning, support, human connection, and emotional fulfillment. After 60, a man's priorities shift. His body changes, his social circle becomes smaller, and his sense of identity evolves. Some men fear dependence, others fear loneliness. What most don't realize is that a woman doesn't become a need. She becomes a mirror, reflecting back purpose, partnership, and emotional grounding. But the truth is not one size fits all. Some men thrive alone with clarity and independence. Others rediscover life through companionship. What matters is understanding the emotional, psychological, and physical realities of dating and bonding after 60. Because this stage of life holds a different kind of love, deeper and more intentional than anything before. As men move into their 60 seconds, the meaning of relationships changes in profound and unexpected ways. Romance, once driven by passion, physical chemistry, and the thrill of newness, naturally quiets down. What rises in importance is something far deeper, companionship. At this age, men begin valuing emotional presence, understanding, and stability far more than physical intensity. This shift isn't a sign of aging. It's a sign of emotional evolution. Companionship fills a space that romance alone cannot. It provides a sense of continuity, comfort, and emotional grounding that becomes increasingly essential as life becomes quieter and routines become more predictable. For many men, the greatest fear is not aging itself. It's aging alone. A companion offers conversation, laughter, shared memories, and a feeling that someone truly sees them. It's not about grand gestures. It's about someone sitting beside you during an ordinary evening, and that being enough as responsibilities lighten. Careers slow down, children become independent, and social circles shrink. Men often realize how valuable steady emotional connection is. The presence of a supportive woman can ease stress, reduce loneliness, and bring meaning to daily life. Even simple interactions like morning coffee, shared walks, or gentle conversations can reinforce a man's emotional well-being. These small moments become the glue that holds life together. Unlike earlier decades, men over 60 no longer need validation through physical attraction or competitive dating dynamics. Their needs shift toward emotional stability, someone who listens, understands, and walks through life with them. They seek a partner who offers peace rather than drama, support rather than judgment, calm rather than chaos. Companionship also promotes physical health. Studies show that emotionally connected relationships help lower blood pressure, strengthen immune function, and improve sleep quality. Having someone to talk to can reduce the risk of depression and cognitive decline. In many ways, companionship becomes a protective factor, emotionally and physically. Most importantly, companionship restores purpose. A partner gives men a reason to engage, move, share, and look forward to the next day. It's not about depending on someone. It's about connecting with someone. At 60 and beyond, relationships aren't built on intensity. They're built on mutual respect, acceptance, and understanding. In this stage of life, companionship becomes a quiet but powerful force, one that fills the heart more deeply than romance alone ever could. As men enter their 60s, emotional health becomes just as important, if not more, as physical health. What many men don't realize is that emotional support is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. Research consistently shows that men who maintain meaningful emotional connections, often with a partner or close companion, tend to live longer, recover faster from illness, and enjoy higher overall life satisfaction. Emotional support acts like a stabilizing force for the mind and body. When men feel understood, valued, and emotionally grounded, their stress levels decrease. This reduction in chronic stress has powerful physical effects: lower blood pressure, healthier heart function, stronger immunity, and improved sleep quality. In contrast, emotional isolation increases cortisol levels, disrupts sleep, weakens the immune system, and accelerates aging at a cellular level. Women, by nature and social conditioning, often excel at emotional communication, listening deeply, offering comfort, encouraging vulnerability. For men over 60 who often grew up in eras where emotional expression wasn't encouraged, this presence becomes especially impactful. Many men describe feeling lighter, safer, or more at peace when they have a supportive woman to share life with. They begin to open up in ways they never did in their younger years, discovering the healing power of companionship. Emotional support also helps men navigate the complex psychological transitions of aging. Retirement, physical changes, loss of identity, shifting family dynamics, or the passing of friends. Without connection, these challenges can develop into depression or withdrawal. With emotional support, they become manageable, even meaningful. A caring companion helps men feel seen, heard, and valued during a time when many fear becoming invisible. This type of support does not depend on romance or dependency. It is about healthy emotional anchoring. Having someone to talk to, share daily life with, or simply sit beside during quiet evenings creates a sense of stability that medicine alone cannot provide. Studies show that men in emotionally supportive relationships experience lower rates of heart disease, better cognitive health and memory retention, stronger resilience during illness, higher motivation to maintain healthy habits, longer life expectancy overall. In the end, emotional support is more than comfort. It is a physiological necessity. For men over 60, having a woman or a close emotional companion is not about filling a void. It's about strengthening the foundation of their health and extending the quality and length of their lives. One of the most misunderstood truths about men over 60 is this: they value their independence more than ever before, yet they are also more vulnerable to isolation than they realize. This balance between freedom and connection becomes one of the defining emotional challenges of later life. After a lifetime of responsibility, work, and providing for others, many men enjoy the autonomy that comes with age. They appreciate having control over their routines, their decisions, their finances, and their time. This independence represents dignity, a confirmation that they are still capable, strong, and self-directed. It is a powerful part of their identity, but independence is not the same as isolation. And this is where the danger lies. As friends move away, retire, or pass on, as families get busy, as mobility changes, many men gradually find themselves spending more time alone. At first, this may feel peaceful or freeing, but over months and years, solitude can quietly shift into loneliness, and loneliness can become harmful. Isolation is now recognized as one of the biggest health risks for older adults, equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases the risk of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, anxiety, weakened immunity, and even early death. The human brain simply isn't built to thrive in emotional emptiness. This is where the role of women, or supportive companionship in general, becomes so important. A woman doesn't replace a man's independence. She enhances it. She provides connection without controlling, support without suffocating, presence without pressure. With the right partner, a man doesn't lose freedom. He gains emotional stability. Healthy companionship after 60 doesn't take away autonomy. It protects it. Men living alone often fall into patterns of poor eating, disrupted sleep, lack of motivation, and emotional withdrawal. Having a partner can help maintain routine, purpose, and social engagement. Even casual relationships, friendships, shared activities, supportive conversations can keep a man mentally sharp and emotionally healthy. The goal isn't dependence. The goal is balance. A man who has both independence and connection ages more gracefully. He makes clearer decisions, stays physically active, and faces challenges with greater confidence. He feels motivated, seen, and valued, not invisible or forgotten. In the end, isolation shrinks life. But healthy companionship expands it. This truth becomes clearer and more important. The older a man becomes, thanks for being here, and stay with me for next video and take care.